Hello, welcome back to Defy Aging. I'm Coach Allison. We're now in week 24, and let's review the workout for the week. It's going to be very, very different this week. It's going to be a cardio focus, which we've done a focus like that before, but the way we're going to run the workout is, I think, kind of new. We're only going to have 4 stations total, but it's okay to have multiple people at each station because there's minimal equipment, and we're going to be there for a while. So 4 stations, we're going to go, they're all a cardio focus. You're going to stay at each station for 5 rounds of 30 seconds on, 40 seconds off. So we don't rotate around continually. You start at station, if you're starting at station 1, you'll stay there for all of those 5 rounds. Then we get a little break, of course, between each full interval set. So once you're done with all those 5 rounds, we're going to take a minute break. We might even need 2-minute break because this is all cardio, so we're going to have to bring those heart rates down a little. Then you go to the next station, do another 5 rounds of 30 on, 40 off. So it's quite different. We're not rotating continually. You only actually rotate around to each station one time. You're just there for a while. Okay, so there's only 4 stations. There are only 4 different exercises this week. That might be the fewest amount of exercises we've ever done in a week. But again, you're going to be doing it for quite a while. So let's review what the 4 cardio movements are. All right. One of the stations, station 1, doesn't matter where you start, is a burpee. I maybe should have saved that for the last. But yes, so it's going to be when you are at the burpee station, you're doing 5 rounds of burpees consecutively. Let's review burpees. There's so many options for burpees. That's why they're a hard exercise, but they really do work for everybody, no matter your fitness level, beginner, advanced, any restrictions you might have. So it does work for everybody because we can make slight changes. So I'm going to show you the full burpee first. So it is on the floor. If you're doing the full version, we go, where can I stand? Hands down, you jump the feet back into a high plank, jump the feet in, and then you come up with the jump. And you do it continually. So I'll show you a couple in a row. Back, in, up. Back, in, up. Okay? So a lot of cardio, of course. You're going to feel those legs kicking in pretty quickly as well. So, so many options here. Where do I start? Let's start with still the floor option, but a couple ways to modify it in case you have any restriction keeping you from doing jumps like impact, but you're able to still get to the floor. So what we can do is put the hands down. You can turn any of those 3 jumps into a step. So I'll show you one example. Maybe I can jump back, but the jump in is a little too tough, or it's hurting, it's not feeling right. Then we can step in instead and maybe still get a little hop on the way up. Other option, you can maybe step back, but maybe the jump in works for you, and maybe you can still get that jump at the top. And you don't have to jump at the top. You can just stand and reach instead. So there's so many options to take out the jumps, take out one of the jumps. Anyway, so that's that. Now, going all the way down to the floor is hard for no matter what you're doing as far as the jumps are concerned. So you can take it to an incline. We can take it to something higher. So like this, back, in, up, back, in, up. I did not do the right hairstyle today. Again, or step, and reach. Okay, you can take it to like medium height, so go a little bit lower, but you're still on an incline. You get the idea. So different options for the jumps, different options for different heights for assistance. Everyone can do burpees. So that is station 1, 5 rounds of that. That'll be a blast. Station 2 is a kneeling slam ball or medicine ball slam. This one's different. It's exactly what it sounds like. We're kneeling, tall kneeling position, so not a half kneel. And we have our slam ball and do a normal slam. Okay? It is, when you kneel or sit as opposed to standing, it takes out a lot of opportunity for momentum. So that's what makes this one almost harder, even though you think, oh, I'm lower to the floor, so I don't have to bounce it as hard. Kind of, sort of, yes. But you're also taking away some of the bigger, the opportunity for a bigger momentum when you stand. Because when we stand, we can get this big, Now, if that is uncomfortable on anyone's knees, of course, actually, we'll change it to a seated. I changed my mind. Last minute decision there. Because I still want that challenge of taking out that momentum. So if anyone's unable to kneel, no problem. We'll do a seated slam. So step your feet wide so you have space in the middle and There you go. The only caveat with this is hopefully all the gyms have enough of the slam balls to go around if you have like 3 or 4 people at a station at a time. You might have to fight over some of the weights, but I think it'll work. Someone can use, if we're down by one, someone can use the battle ropes too. You can, if we don't have enough slam balls, you can be on your knees like this and do battle rope slams too. That's an option. All right, but that'll be 5 rounds of that. Next station is jumping jacks. We're not reinventing the wheel here with this one. They're just such a great cardio exercise, kind of an oldie but a goodie. So we all know what jumping jacks look like. I want you to be honest with yourself about your movements and how big you're making them. So what I mean by that is we're trying to avoid kind of like little, arms not coming all the way up, maybe a small jump. So legs jumping wide, arms all the way up. Let's get as much out of this as we can. And of course, we always have a no impact option with jumping jacks. It is a step jack. So we do a full up and down with the arms with each step. So I know this gets a little confusing for many people. People go up one direction, down the other. That's fine, but you get a little more movement and a little more speed if you do that full up and down with the arms with each step. So with my left step, full up, full down, right step, full up, full down. So keep that in mind. Take up as much space as you can. So we're taking out the jumps, but you're making big movements. So you're still going to get that cardio effect that we want. So that is the jumping jacks for exercise or station 3. 4th exercise. So I hope all the gyms have enough space to accommodate this last exercise with all the people you might have and the other things. Might have to make this a smaller space, and I'll tell you what we're going to do. It's going to be shuffles. So yeah, ideally we do the full length of the turf so we get a nice big distance. But if you need to, you can cut it down to just maybe a 6-foot space. So you kind of you'll do a few shuffles one way and then just have to go right back. But I think it will work. Anywho, or you can get creative. You can have the shuffle station be kind of somewhere out on the gym floor, maybe like behind the treadmills. If there's a little space there, the coaches will get creative with that. So shuffles, let's review. With a shuffle, you aren't staying just up tall like this. You can, but we want this to be more of an athletic type of shuffle. So we come into sort of a quarter or a half of a squat, like you were going to start a squat, but you stop. This is our body position that we want to keep. And then you have to be light on your feet because we're kind of hopping. The feet kind of click or meet in the middle. Man, I wish I had more space in frame to get this, but see, I'm kind of doing a little hop and my feet meet in the middle while I'm up in the air, and it's just nice and smooth. It's really minimal impact. I think most people should be able to do this I'm saying, like, even if you can't do jump squats or box jumps, something with like a harder landing, shuffle should still be okay for many of us because it's minimal impact. It's very gentle and soft. The coordination is actually the tricky part. So from the side, if that helps at all. So I'm seeing how I'm keeping my body position in that 45 degrees. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind with our shuffles. If, of course, there are all sorts of reasons this one might not be a great option for people. So a great alternative is same thing. Actually, no, slightly different. Stay stationary, but do a fast side step touch because we want to get that speed. Okay, and it's really awkward to kind of keep going to the same direction with a step and adding speed. It's kind of awkward. It kind of gets tripped up. So if you go back and forth, you get a nice little step touch momentum that you can really add some good speed. So that way we're taking out the impact. It is minimal impact, but it's there. So we're taking that out, but we still get the speed and hopefully the cardio effect out of it. So that is our final one, shuffles. Alrighty, and the team builder for this week will be, we had plenty of cardio in our routine, so we absolutely don't need any more of that. It's going to be a core focus, so we're going to do a plank off. I know we do these occasionally throughout the year, so many of our clients are familiar with it. It's exactly what it sounds like. We're just seeing who can hold a plank the longest. We're going to do a standard forearm plank because we have, yes, we do high planks in class a lot, in the sessions a lot, but this is going to be, we might be holding this for a very long time. 45, 60, maybe a minute and a half, right? So if we don't want that much constant flexion of the wrist and pressure on the wrist. So we're going to do an elbow plank for this. And whatever plank variety that you start in, that's what you have to hold for the whole duration of your plank. Again, we're holding as long as we individually can. It's not a right or a wrong length of time. What I mean by that though is if you, let's say you start on a full toe plank, and after maybe 30 seconds you're getting a little tired, we can't put the knees down and keep holding. The point of this, when it comes to like a challenge, is continually holding the same plank for the whole time. So, because otherwise it's kind of like taking a rest, but continuing your time. That's not, we're not going to do it that way. So you can do a knee plank, you can do an incline plank, you can do toes, but whatever you start with, that's what we're holding for as long as you possibly can. As soon as you come down, the coaches will call out the times or have maybe a timer running where everyone can see it. You can just check your own time. Coaches might want to track the weights throughout the week to see if you repeat Defy throughout the week. You can see if you improve on your time, but also it's just some friendly competition with one another to see we can encourage each other to hold it just a little bit longer. All right, this week will be a plank off. Let's see how it goes. All right, and that wraps up week 24. So I hope everyone enjoys this cardio focused workout, a little bit different, and I'll see you back for week 25.